So that was an additional, not only to bring the water from the north to the south, but we recycle at least 3 times our water, which means that we can make from one drop at least 3 drops already there. And we are telling our Egyptian friends, gentlemen, the Nile lost 10% of its water. You can make from one Nile 3 Niles by the desalination, by recycling, by having drop irrigation. We pay attention to every drop of water. You know, when I see our people crying, I say, look, don't waste water on tears. Don't cry. Really heavy. And we also looked for new crops, both vegetables and fruit. And we say we would like to have sober fruits and sober vegetables, namely they don't drink so much. So we developed new sorts of fruits and new sorts of water. And it still goes on. The latest thing is having new tomatoes, a new sort of tomato, which is fascinating. And all of these we should share. We can make the life of all of our people happier and better.
Now, the issue of water is linked very much to the issue of regional cooperation between us and the Palestinians and the Jordanians. What can Israel offer the region in terms of water?
Look, whatever we have. Let me say something about the Middle East and North Africa, because the Deputy Minister of Kenya met it. We have in the Middle East 400 million people, Arabs. They grew 5 times in 50 years. 1952 there were 18 million Egyptians. Today there are 90 million Egyptians. The Nile lost 10% of its water. More water, less water, more children means more poverty. And the promising side of it is that 60% of the people in Africa and in the Middle East are below the age of 25. They are the future. They are the audience. Because if we shall let them to adopt technology to their own country, and I want to tell you one thing which I believe is related to everybody. What is happening in Israel? You know, we have students. We don't have great industries. And the students, to be today a young girl, a young boy, is very complicated. It costs a lot to be young. Because you have all the time new dress. It's nice here, but it's costly. You have new food, and you compete. You have new education, and the parents cannot help them because the cost of living goes up fast, and the salaries remain the same. So there is a social gap all the time growing. And what happened in our universities, and I recommend to everybody. At the universities, at the initiative of the students itself, they started to build their own high-tech companies of 2 persons, 3 persons. They are getting seed money, maybe a loan of $100,000 to $200,000, which they repay, and they start their own high-tech. We have 13,000 companies like it. We have 60,000 students that are engaged in it. Some of them are already millionaires. And you know, so the university is not just a place to learn, it's a place to create entrepreneurs and enterprises. In many universities in Africa and in the Middle East, there are many good students, but when they graduate, they don't have where to work because there are no high-tech. So what I recommend to everybody, take your students, let them build their own high-tech. Let them do part. I think basically what we have to do is to enable young people to work a couple of hours a day, not study all the time, because they can learn from working as well. On the other hand, I suggest that the ones who work already will not work 8 hours but 6 hours, and 2 hours they will study. So the young will work and the elder will study. And you need all the time to study because there are all the time new things. And you have to give the young people a chance to play a role in the hierarchies of our life. So, I mean, there are many ways to do things, and believe me, you can do it. It's being done. I see our students, and more are going, and they invest all the time new blood in the high tech. And you know, what is interesting, why is it so important? Because the students cannot copy another student. If you want to have a high tech, you must think, what can you contribute? Which is unprecedented. So there is a real competition in brain, in mind, in initiative, in creativity. And that is an engine for the developing of your own societies. Now, what we can do is share whatever we have. We think the better our neighbors will have it, it will be better for us. And I think we have to depart from the past and really live on the future. And instead of remembering so much, better imagine, better dream, better dare. Don't be afraid, don't be reluctant, don't postpone it, don't listen to, to the experts, because all experts are experts for things that did happen. You don't have an expert for things that may happen. And the expert may happen. You have it in your brain, you have it in your character. You know, they ask me how to keep young. I say, I have a very simple proposal. Count the number of your achievements in your life, and count the number of the dreams in your mind. If the number of the dreams exceeds the number of achievements, you are young. That's what I recommend.
Thank you.
By the way, what do you mean Middle East? There are no borders in science. There are no flags in science. There is no African science, or American science, or Israeli science. There is science all over the places. Nobody can stop it. And some of them are individual, and some of them are spatial. So let them fly, let them go. What you have to keep is your spiritual uniqueness, yes, because wisdom doesn't age. But the rest, it's excess luggage. And look forward.
Thank you, Mr. Peres, for sharing your dreams with us. Thank you very much for coming. And thank you all.
Stay, Mr. Peres, for a moment. I would like to invite the Minister of Economy, Mr. Ayadei, and the Chairman of Vermont, Mr. Amr Shalev.